Today my video is about the power of forgiveness. But before I get into it, I want to share a story. And who doesn't like a story? Once upon a time, I wonder why most of the stories start with once upon a time. But then, once upon a time, there were two very good friends, Musa and Najib. And both of them were traveling through the Persian mountains to some destination for some work. They got tired and they came across a beautiful, nice mountain river, and it had some very nice shady trees. So they are like, all right, let's take a break here. So they got down, everything was fine. Then, as it happens with good friends, they started talking about something, and that discussion turned into an argument. And before anyone could realize what was happening, Najib got so angry at Musa that he got up and he gave one tight slap to Musa. And both Najib and Musa were equally stunned. And Musa, as you can imagine, got so angry. He was like boiling with anger, and he was like, how dare he hit me? I'm going to hit him back and hit him harder than he hit me. But then that moment passed and he started thinking, Najib is my best friend and how can I hit him? So he got up and he got a stick. Now even Najib got scared and he was like thinking, so he's not going to slap me back, he's going to hit me with a stick. I'll teach him a lesson. But you know what Musa did? He went and in the sand he wrote, "Today my best friend slapped me." Najib was stunned, and both of them stood next to each other looking at those words in sand. And like it happens in desert, this sentence was blown away by the wind. And by the time all this happened, Najib was feeling so bad about his actions. He begged forgiveness from Musa and they hugged and everything was fine, and they continued with the journey. So now they finished whatever they had gone to do and they started back home. Again they crossed this place and they are like, okay, so let's take a break here. And Musa wanted to swim. What he didn't realize that the currents were very rough that day, and Musa fell in the river and the currents were drowning him. He started screaming, he panicked, and Najib saw that his friend was drowning, and without a second thought for his own safety, he jumped in the river and he saved Musa. And then they were sitting next to each other and they were so stunned, at the same time so thankful. And like it happens with very good friends, sometimes you don't really need to talk to communicate. So after some time had passed and Musa was feeling better, he again got up. And this time he did not get a stick. He actually from his luggage got a carving knife. And Najib was thinking, what is this guy up to? So Musa went to a rock and there he started carving. Today my best friend saved my life. So Najib asked him, he's like, last time when I had slapped you, you wrote it on sand. And today when I saved your life, you have written it on a rock. So why? Musa smiled and he said, when someone hurts us, we should write it down in the sand where the winds of forgiveness can erase it away. This way, our hearts are free from bitterness and we can renew our friendships. But when someone does something kind for us, we must engrave it in stone and in our hearts so that we never forget. Nice story, isn't it? With a lovely message. Please keep listening to find out why is it actually important for us to forgive. Hi, I'm Ruchi Singh from Ruchi Singh Talks. I own my life and I help others to own theirs. It will mean a lot to me if you can subscribe to my Ruchi Singh Talks on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. All the links are in the description below. You just have to type Ruchi Singh Talks. So now let's jump into it. Musa's ability to forgive helped save his friendship. If I had to take just one line away from this story, that would be, when someone hurts us, we should write it down in the sand where the winds of forgiveness can erase it away. This way, our hearts are free from bitterness. Whenever I talk about forgiveness in one of my sessions or with my clients, I always make one thing clear. Forgiving does not mean accepting abuse or bad, harmful behavior. Forgiving someone does not mean letting someone off the hook for their wrongdoings or forgetting about the past totally. And it definitely does not mean remaining in touch with the person who abused you and tolerating it further. No, that is not at all what I mean. And sometimes the person whom we need to forgive is ourselves. And again, it doesn't mean being okay with our bad behavior and not learning from it. But we shouldn't constantly keep, reliving that moment and punishing ourselves on and on and on. The Dalai Lama says, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. Similarly, when we don't forgive, we are actually inflicting pain on ourselves. What forgiveness means is setting ourselves free so that we can move on. Whether we move on together with the person who hurt us or move ahead alone is our call. But forgiveness sets us free to continue with our lives in a more peaceful frame of mind. Forgiveness is not at all about the other person. It is about us. Forgiveness helps to transform our own anger and hurt into healing and positivity. Is it easy? No. But it may interest you to know that research has shown forgiveness is linked to mental health outcomes such as reduced anxiety, depression, and major psychiatric disorders. It can also reduce fatigue and improve our sleep quality. It increases immunity. So please forgive. This works on a very deep level. So give yourself some time and work on it sincerely and continuously. It may feel like it is taking you forever, but it will happen. When we forgive, we give ourselves permission to move away from a place of hurt, pain and negativity towards peace of mind and happiness. You know what? The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Golden words by Mahatma Gandhi. Please go ahead and share your inputs in the comments below, because together we enrich each other. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for your precious time. Thank you.